program of the new Great Nuts Flake series. And I want to thank Oscar Levant for appearing here tonight, and also Joe Besser, one of the stars of the Olsen and Johnson hit, Son of the Plum. Next Sunday night, folks, we'll be broadcasting from Fort Meade, Maryland. And tomorrow we'll be seeing you boys at the Coast Guard at Manhattan Beach. With my whole gang, including Danny Kaye, the star of Let's Face It. Good night, folks.
You're listening to As It Happens on CBC Radio 1 and on your mobile telephone, wherever you are. Via the CBC News app, you can download that for free. You can also find and follow As It Happens wherever you get your podcasts.
How is your client feeling today?
Well, he's feeling relieved and pleased. It's obviously been a very long journey for him, and he's very invested in the case, but it is clearly a big milestone, so he is very pleased and relieved.
As far as you know, has anyone been awarded damages for having Pegasus spyware used against them?
Not as far as we're aware. We're aware of a case in the U.S. brought by WhatsApp against the NSO Group, who the makers of Pegasus. But as far as we're aware, this is the only case of this nature with a successful judgment.
There have, as you well know, been other international legal efforts launched against Saudi Arabia that have failed. How do you rate the significance of what has happened with this case?
It is very significant. As you say, it's very rare for a state to be held to account in the courts of another state. And here we were relying on a very narrow exception within our State Immunity Act and rules, whereby a state can be held to account where death or personal injury is caused in the home country of the court. And because our client was in the UK when his phone was intercepted, when he was later beaten up and assaulted, we were able to hold jurisdiction here. But it is very narrow and it's very niche.
Is that
too? You know, I was a zoology major, and so I love reptiles and amphibians. So falling iguanas would be like a dream for me. That'd be so much fun.
Oh my gosh.
They don't.
That's why I live in North Dakota, because we don't have all that stuff in our winter. So
Yet.
No.
It doesn't kill them, does it?
No, I mean, you know, they just
You just put them in the microwave a little bit.
Oh, good golly. Yeah, they just have to warm up. So they're just going to be not moving until they can get warm.
I'd totally eat an iguana.
Oh, gee.
All right, Lisa, you live on a farm up there. What all are you raising?
Yeah, so, I mean, we do mostly canola, wheat, soybeans, some corn and edible beans, kind of depending on the year.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't grow up on a farm. Tell us what it was like. You kind of grew up close to a small rural town. What did your parents do, and how did you grow up?
Yeah, so I did grow up in the country, I will say that, but I was the spoiled little girl that had a pony. So I grew up in the country with horses and gardening and a little bit of canning, but, you know, when we grew up in the country, we were right on the highway, so even driving gravel roads was kind of a new thing for me when I started dating a farmer, but my parents were not farmers, so the whole agriculture farming thing was definitely new to me until I married my farmer husband, so.
Why would you start dating a farmer?
I have no idea.
Motions like this are non-binding, but Pierre Polyev is always telling Mark Carney he's free to steal his ideas. Janice McGregor, CBC News, Ottawa.
In the meantime, Prime Minister Carney says he stands by his speech in Davos, despite recent comments from the Trump administration. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent told Fox News that Carney softened his message during a telephone conversation yesterday with Trump. But Carney insists he didn't walk back anything. He says Trump phoned him, and they had a productive discussion about Venezuela, Ukraine, and Arctic sovereignty. Children in France under the age of 15 could soon lose access to social media. The French National Assembly has passed a bill that would ban children from signing on to social media platforms. President Emmanuel Macron says he supports the measure, which will now go to the Senate, where it is expected to pass. It would make France the second country to issue a social media ban for children. Australia was the first jurisdiction to do so. That ban is for anyone under the age of 16. It went into effect last month. It's coming up to 4 minutes past 9 o'clock, and Amy Bell is here now with the latest look at the roads.
Howdy, partner. Howdy. I've just been out riding the range. General Electric, of course.
You've been looking over the cattle?
Yes. I'm a regular cow slapper.
Cow slapper? You mean cow puncher?
We updikes never get that violent.
You don't.
Well, I must go now. I've got to do my chores.
What chores?
Scotch and soda. What chores? Well, Alan, you just look around the run. I'll see you later.
Oh, I'll see you later, but Jonathan, look at these cows. I think I'll try to milk one, huh?
Well, me lad, have you ever milked a cow?
Oh, there's nothing to it. It's just like taking off a pair of tight gloves. Watch me milk this cow right here, Jonathan. Steady now, Bessie.
My lad, you're supposed to milk a cow at the back end.
Must I be hampered by tradition? Come on now, Bucky. See, Jonathan, there's nothing to it. Jonathan, how do you shut this thing off? I'll show her I'm a real cowboy.
Have you heard about the exciting new Pick of the Pantry suppers? They're the minute rice way to grand one-dish meals. Ready in less than 15 minutes. Here's all you need.